Hi guys, I have a really fun craft with me video. This one we're going to be using up all of our playing cards. I have a bunch that I've been wanting to use, just different ones that I've been kind of collecting. And then you have the basic ones. And this isn't even all of them. I still have more in my stash. But I wanted to use up some of my cards, and I thought, what could we do to kind of jazz them up a little bit? And this is what I came up with. Look at these. Aren't they so cute? They're so much fun. I thought that these would be just really cool just to kind of have. We're going to be using up our texture paste by Ranger, which I thought was going to be super fun to try to use. And then we're using just our little snippets and some of our distress oxides to kind of just give them a little bit of color. So some of them I just used the basic, like I think this one's like antique linen or something. And this one I made a little bit more colorful. This one I did like a two-tone with the purples and the blues. This one is just a mess. This one was my first one because I didn't think of using stencils. But once I got the stencils out, I thought this is so much fun. This one I did do specifically the blue flowers with the green around it. This is just blue. This is just that, I forget, that's that light blue, and then this one with the green and then the pink flower. So these I didn't line back yet, but this is what we're doing. I'm going to be using my 1.5 punch, okay? And we're just gonna punch a hole right in the middle. Excuse me. And lucky for us, well, for example, this punch, which is the EK Tools, this one, if I put it all the way to the back, it's centered. It's right in the center. So you just have to figure out the top and bottom. And so that's what we're doing. We're just going to do that. But before we do, we're going to get our stencils out. So if you remember, I got a whole set of new stencils from my friend Diana. And they're all florals, beautiful with leaves. So all of these, if you didn't see my Happy Mail unboxing, then I'll link that down below so you guys could see all the goodies that she sent me. So I've been using these. You can tell I've been trying to just wipe them off, but the majority is what I used for this project. And I also have, of course, my Tim Holtz stencils. And so I have a bunch of those as well that I could be using. So I did use some. So we'll be using some of these. But mainly what our main focus is using this texture paste. Everything that I'll be using, I will be linking down below, along with your brushes, your blending brushes, Dollar Tree, and your distress oxides, whatever ones you have. So I already went out and picked some of my cards that I'm going to be using. But before we punch out the hole, I'm going to set all of this aside. We're going to be using our little spatula and then getting one of our, let me put these aside. That's why I have this white paper out, to kind of keep my surface clean. But let's do this one. Isn't this one pretty? It has all those flowers. So we'll do this one, and we can put this, just kind of arrange it where you want the flowers to show. So this one, for example, right in the middle, I'm not going to worry about it, but the flowers off to the side is going to look really pretty. So we're going to put this like this. Let me bring you in just a tiny bit so you could see what I'm doing. I might have to move up here just a tiny bit. Okay. And then we're just going to scoop some of this out. It's so like foamy, creamy. It's so nice. Okay. Then we're just going to hold it down and spread it out. Just try to get like an even spread. I'm not going to worry too much about the middle. but the sides and the little flowers in the corner, just scrape and slide, scrape and slide. That's my technique. If I'm doing it wrong, it's been working. So we'll just leave it at that. But just trying to fill in like the main parts that I want. And once I'm doing these, I can just set them aside and let them air dry on their own. Or if you're kind of impatient, sometimes like I could be, then I've been using my little hot tool, my little hot gun. So we're gonna go ahead, so look at that. There. So with this, we can either dry it with our tool or just let it air dry while we're doing the other ones. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna lay it out. Let me get a wipe. Sorry guys, my voice is still a little funky, but I'm just gonna get this just so that it's not a mess after. Let me get my other. All right, I'll wash them after I'm done. Okay, so there's one. Let me clean that up. Okay, so let's get another one and let's figure out what else. Let's do this number one because I did this one and I thought it looked really cool. So we're gonna do it like this. Let me move you down just a tiny bit, just so that you're right in the middle of the frame, so you could see exactly what I'm doing here. And then just scoop and swipe. I'm just kind of pressing down a little bit just to make sure that it gets where it needs to get. And then the little circles that we're going to be punching in the middle, we can use those for something else. Like, you know, do all of that and then maybe put like a little eyelet up at the top. Make it part of your dangles, you know, your little junk journal jewelry. Look at this one. Is that too cool? Look at that. You see that? That is so neat. So there's another one. I am gonna get my tweezers because I don't want to mess this up. And put that off to the side. Let me clean this up. This one I do have to clean up right away or else I'm in trouble. Especially with all of the little nooks and crannies that this one has. Okay. Okay, there's that one. Let's do another one. I'm gonna move this. I'm moving my stuff around so I'll have plenty of space. We just need to get those done. Could we do a leafy one? That might be pretty, but it won't get the whole thing. It'll just be just a part of it. Let me see. Should I do something like this? Let's try it. Maybe we could do this one all green. That would be pretty. I'm just trying to center it to where it'll get most of my card. There, I think that'll work. So let's go ahead and get some more. You don't need a lot. It actually spreads pretty nice. Just trying to dab and push it into my little spaces here. Cool. Sorry, my throat is still a little funky. I apologize. Let's see. Let's just scrape this off just a tiny bit. You know, you've got to try to save as much as you can. Let's move this off to the side. Clean this off. And one more. So let's do another Tim Holtz. Let's see. I kind of liked the spatter, but that spatter up there is not really going to show since that's the middle. But if we do this, that might work. All right, let's try that. I might need a tiny bit more for this one, only because I don't know exactly where it's gonna go with the hole in the middle. So I just have to make sure that I get everything. I could do the hole first, but I feel like it'll be harder for me to go around it with this paste. So then we can always use that circle that we punch out. We can always use it later for another project. So I think this one's good. Just trying to scoop, make sure that everything's covered. Okay, let's leave it at that. Oh yeah, that looks cool. That looks so cool. Look at that. See it? And then of course we'll ink it up so that you can get we can see it better. It's more visible. Let me just clean this off, and then we're done with our stencils and our paste. I was just trying to figure out something that we could do with our plain cards, because I have so many. I don't know. Am I the only one who... I know that I collect everything, right? That's just a given. But am I the only one that just collects and collects and collects and we don't use them? So I'm trying to figure things out so that we can use everything that we've been hoarding forever. Just so that we can get use out of everything. So thank you, Diana, for my stencils. Okay, let me bring it back out. There. So happy. Okay. Let's get all this cleaned up so that we can move on. Okay. Now, the first one that we did was, which one? I think it was the king, right? Yeah. So let's see if he's dry. Nope. So plug your ears or put me on mute because I'm going to try this. Okay, all done. So you can tell when it dries that it gets more what do you call it? Opaque? Like solid? Because before it was very translucent, and now you can tell that it's ready. So we could, let's see. Let's go ahead and ink it up first, and then we can punch it. So like that, we can keep the circle part like these. Look, see all of these. These are all the leftover circles that we can use for other projects, you know? They're cute. Keep them. So let's go ahead and ink this up. Let's see. Do we want to do two-tone? We can. Let's do the bundled sage for the little parts. The green. Ooh, that's very... Darn it. Let's see. Can I fix that? That was a lot. I'm going to have to... There it goes. Ooh, yeah, trial and error, guys. That messed it up. But we're going to keep going. We're going to work with it. I didn't realize how much came out. My goodness. Let's just buff that out, I guess. Okay, now let's do purple. Okay, this one is going to be a little much too, so gotta wipe that off just a tiny bit. That looks cool. Okay, just this last one. Yeah, I'm not happy with that right over there, but there's no way I can clean it unless I'm gonna do a little cleaning over here. I have these extra little what are they called, these applicators? See? So I'm just cleaning it up just a tiny bit because I was not happy with that. But that's okay. All right. A little bit better. Still not happy with this part up here. But it's fine. Okay. Now let's go ahead, stick this in, punch it. There's our frame. I am going to distress around. Just a little bit. I don't mind the rest of the white because we still want it to look like a plain card. And we'll put black behind that one. Excuse me. So let's put let's just put her. We'll put her right in the middle. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our art glitter glue. Put some just around the circle. If I can get it to come out. There it goes. Okay, and then we're going to put some around the edges here. Then what I do is I put the picture down first and then I center this then I can see exactly where I'm going to put it. And then gently press. And I can clean that up a little bit. We can put that here. So let's go ahead and just glue this down. And if you'd like, I can give you the measurements of how, of the size that I'm cutting the background paper. So let me turn it around and just kind of push this down. There. So let me tell you, this is, I'm going to do this a little off camera because, so this is 3 7/8 tall, 3 7/8 tall by 2 7/8 wide. 3 7/8, 2 7/8. Okay, so that's that. But not bad. Now we can just get a little bit of our, maybe I'll reach over and get our field note snippets. I can put this, or I can put a butterfly. A little bird might be cute. Private specimen collection. Do I want to cover the king? What else? Here's a butterfly we can put up here. Cover my messy spot. We can cover my mess. Well, it's actually not too bad now. Oh, actually, the messy spot was down here. See? Very smart. I'm covering it down here. There, and nobody's the wiser. Nobody ever knew. So let's do that. Let's get my... distress this just a little bit. This a tiny bit. We'll glue this down first. Come on. I'm gonna lay that down so that it's easier to come out. Okay. Now this you're gonna have to press down just a tiny bit because remember that there's that grit paste underneath it. Is that what it's called? Where did I put it? Texture paste. So we just have to make sure that we can put this down here. That'll be cute. And then we'll put the butterfly up at the top. Put that down here. And then put this at the top. We can put this right here so we don't cover. That's cute. I thought I was going to mess it up because of the green down there, but it worked out. It worked out. So there's that. Okay, there's one. Then let's see which other one. What was the second one? Was it the numbers? I think it was the numbers. Yep, and this one's dry already. See, it dries pretty quickly, so we don't have to use my gun again. Let's do should we just do like a, no, let's do a color. Let's do, I know. Let's do this blue, the chipped sapphire. So for the other one, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. I used Forest Moss and the Villainous Potion. Now both of these are pretty new to me, so that's why they were so saturated. But we'll use this one for right now. Okay, let me take off. Okay. There, much better. Much better. Yep, so much better. That is gonna look cool. See how quickly that stood out? That. Love it. Okay. Then we're gonna get our punch. Again, I'm doing it right at the end. And then just centering that. Got it. I'm going to distress the sides. Just a tiny bit. Oh, the other one I didn't distress on the inside of the circle. This one I am. Okay, perfect. Now let's see. I'm just going through ones that I had already had. Like semi-cut already, like the loose ones. Let's put her. She's pretty. Well, they're all pretty. But let's just put her. And then again, we're just going to put some, I'm not going to go too close to the edge because with my last one I did and the glue started seeping out just a little bit. Putting this down and then putting this on top. There. See, this one I did pretty well because the glue is not seeping out. Perfect. Okay. This one maybe we'll do the brown background. Yeah, that stands out a lot, doesn't it? I feel like this is not dark enough. This down. This will be our version of trading cards, right? This is our version of it. Let me press it down this way. There. Now, decorate. I think I want to put something, oh, but that's really big. Unless I can cut around the sides. But that would be really pretty, wouldn't it? Let's see. Do I have anything else? This butterfly would be pretty up there, but that's really big. Unless I do maybe... Oh, that's cute. That's cute. We'll leave the bigger moth. That big moth looking thing there. And then we can put maybe this little numbers with numbers. Perfect. Let's just do it. Let me just go around. You see this hanging onto my finger? Is anybody saying, take it off? Sometimes that happens to me when I see people they have glue or something on their fingers. I can't get my eyes off of it. I'm just constantly looking at that one thing. It's like I can't focus on everything else. You need to take that piece of tape or glue or whatever it is off your finger. Oh my gosh, talk about a squirrel moment, right? So funny. Me and my sister are constantly, we say something and then we totally get off subject and start talking about something else, and we're like, squirrel. With our little squirrel moment that we get so distracted so quickly. Totally off topic. That's cute. And then this big thing at the top would be really cute. These are so easy to decorate, and then the end result, because you have so many things you like not going on, but you know what I mean? It's not too much, but just the fact that you have like the texture paste with the distressing with the oxide, and then you know you're decorating it. I just think that they look awesome. Is that too cute? See, it's easier to do them when you have everything made already. You know, just do one thing at a time. Like get your let me see, I want to do a dark espresso one. Get your grit paste, all of that done first, and then come back and decorate, and then there you have it. Yeah, this is gonna look cool. So just trying to go over the spots where I have the paste on. Yeah, that looks cool. Then going back and distressing all around. We could even get our like distresser, you know what I mean? That paper, like Diana gave me a new one. This one she says supposedly was like a threader, a thread cutter. But isn't this cool? So we can do this just to kind of give it more of an older look. I am just using all my tools today, Diana. Just stabbing it and going. That'll give it a little bit of an extra little thing, right? Now let's get this. Now let's see. Do we want to do it this way? Or do we want to do it this way? Either way, it's going to cut out most of that. We'll just do it like this. Yeah, either way, it cut out most of it. Okay, distressing the inside. And then picking, let's do them. I feel like it needs to be just a tiny bit darker. Okay, so let's just go around. And then go around this. Then put this down. Perfect. And maybe black, because I think the red and the black would look good. So we'll get black behind that one. Put that down. So what are we calling this? Plain card frames, right? Because we're framing our pictures. Okay. Now let's do a little bit of black. Darn it, but this might be too, unless we cut it down. We're gonna have to cut this part down and this part. Do I like that, or did I cut it? Did I cut it for nothing? I'm not sure I like it. We could put this and then a little stamp at the top. We have these mini flowers. Yeah, we could do that. Let's do that. Glue this down, and I think this is it. I think we're going to be done with these, guys. I know I made one more, but I think we're going to stop here. Put that maybe here, and then put our little postage stamp at the top here. And press down, and let's cover up our inks and get ready to share what we made. We made these 3 today. Aren't they cute? Aren't they super fun? So let's look at this one. The splatter, the numbers. I think this one's my favorite. And then we have this one with the purple flowers. And then again, this one I still need to put a backing on, but I love this. This one I love. Then we have this one. This stencil I used and it did not clean very well. So just a quick peek at all the other ones. This one was my first one, so I shouldn't have even included that one. But aren't they cute? All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick and easy tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that jazz. I have all my links down below, and I will be listing all of the items that I used during this project to in case anybody's interested in anything that I used this time. And that's it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.